Hi, my name is Rituja and welcome to our first non-travel video on the channel. So in this video, we are going to be discussing how to beat the Instagram algorithm in 2021, or basically how to grow on Instagram in 2021, and all the strategies that I have personally used in past 7 to 8 months to grow on Instagram. The video is going to be a little long because I want to share all my personal experiences and strategies and tips with you so that you can grow on Instagram. So make sure you watch the video till the end, take the notes, take the screenshots of all the 10 tips that I'm going to give you, and I'm pretty sure that if you work around all these tips and strategies, there's no stopping. Definitely you can reach your first milestone. You can skip to the main video if you want. I'm giving the timestamp here. But before that, let me give you a small introduction about myself. My name is Rituja and I create content around travel, and it's been around 1 year that I have been on Instagram, and within 1 year I have successfully managed to reach around 10k followers by using some certain strategies and tips that I'm going to be sharing with you all. So without wasting more time, let's dive into the video. The tip number 1 would be to set up your bio. Yes, it is extremely important to set up your bio. Things in the bio are extremely important. Your DP picture and the description that you write. You put your best picture as your DP. Make sure that the description is very crisp and put it in the bullet point. So let me give you an example. So in my case, I create a lot of content around travel, I give a lot of stories regarding travel, or I write some motivational, inspirational captions or poems. So that is something that I'm going to provide to my audience who's going to follow me. A photography account, or in case you are a food blogger, that you write certain bullet points in your description box so that people, those who are coming to follow you, are aware about what this account is really about. You can give your email ID and your location also in your description box so that in case if anybody wishes to contact you for any collaboration or any opportunity, work related opportunity, so they can directly contact you on that email ID. Coming to tip number 2. So tip number 2 would be very obvious, which is creating good content. And with good content, I mean some aesthetically good looking photos, videos, something that your followers will really like to see. And there are certain apps which can help you to create such pictures and videos. So there are 3 apps that I personally use. One is Lightroom from Adobe, second being Snapseed, and third is Focus. Lightroom is my first go-to app that I use, and Snapseed is something that I occasionally use. I don't use it too often. And the third app that I use is the Focus app, which gives you a very nice focus on your subject. If you want, I can create a tutorial of all the 3 apps and tell you how exactly I edit my pictures. For the videos, also there are 2 apps that I personally use. One is Quick, I think it is from GoPro, and the second app is called VN Editor. So these 2 apps can actually make your reels really beautiful and gives that really good transitions and effects that you need in your video. Using these apps, you can make your pictures and videos look really beautiful. So make sure you do that. According to me, hashtags are extremely important, and today I'm going to teach you how to use hashtags correctly. You must be aware there are 30 hashtags that you can use in your every picture, every post basically, and it is extremely important that you use relevant hashtags to your content. I'm going to give you a demo of how exactly you can choose your hashtags. Go to the search page on Instagram and click on tags page. Then type a relevant word to your theme, and the list of hashtags with their reach will be displayed for those words. The trick here is to know how to choose relevant hashtags for your post from this list of hashtags. And here's how. Like there are 30 hashtags for each post, but the sweet number is around 25 to 27. Make sure your first 15 hashtags should be of 200k to 1 million reach, the next 5 should be of 1 million plus reach, and the other 5 should be of 200k to 100k reach. And then make groups of such hashtags and save them and use them with every post. Use this strategy for more chances of getting onto the explore page. And abhi like to kar do yaar. This is one such post where I used the exact same strategy which I have told you for the hashtags just now, and just check the reach and the impressions of this post. So around 56,000 impression and the hashtag is alone of 38,000. Wow. Basically, whatever your content is, make sure the hashtags that you use is relevant to your content. For example, in my case, I'm a travel content creator. So if I post a picture specific to travel or video specific to travel, I'll make sure that my hashtags are related to travel. The next tip number 4, make sure that you create content which is savable. Basically, people should feel like saving your content, referring to your content again and again. I created a travel guide specifically for Gokarna where I included about my stay, my budget, how you can go about Gokarna, what are the places you can eat in Gokarna, and lot of people made sure that they save the post and share it with their friends, which helped me in the engagement rate. Just be aware, for engagement to go really high, it is extremely important that people save your content or share your content even more than likes and comments. These are the two factors that are extremely important. Engagement rate of the post really went high, and that is how you go to explore page. That is how your post reaches explore page, reaches more number of people, more eyeballs, leading to more followers. The takeaway from this tip is create something that people would feel like saving, create something related to your content, your theme, and just think about how I can provide something which people will feel like saving so that it helps in the engagement. Tip number 5. Tip number 5 would be to provide value. So what do I mean by providing value? In my case, I create content related to travel in which people feel that it is useful for them to plan their own trips, or something motivational or inspirational that helps them to overcome their everyday struggles through my poetry. Just to your audience, it is important for you to know what value are you providing. Just like I know what value my account is providing, it is important that you are personally aware what is it that your account is going to provide to your audience. Number 6 would be to be available on all the surfaces. And what do I mean by all the surfaces is basically your IGTV, your reels, of course your stories, and the normal pictures and videos that you post. You can also create some guides. So basically all the surfaces that Instagram gives you so that you can interact with your audience, it is important for you to be present on all the surfaces. You must be aware that Instagram algorithm changed few months back where they introduced reels, and it is extremely important that if any new surface is introduced, it is important that you use it so that the algorithm is defined in such a way that if you use that new feature, definitely your content is gonna be pushed more towards the audience. Accounts which actually grew over time only with the use of reels. So that is the power of using the new surfaces that come once the algorithm is updated. So keep an eye, keep open to all the new ideas that are coming and create content around that. Certain ways in which you can interact with your audience. One, of course, being replying to comments, DMs. If you follow me on Instagram, you would definitely know that I reply to almost every comment on every post. I make it a point that I reply to every comment because I feel that is the only way I can connect with my audience and build a community, which is extremely important for Instagram. And Suppose if anybody is asking you a certain doubt or query on a DM, it is important that you resolve that query so that the person knows that you are approachable. You must be aware that Instagram is a social media platform, so it is extremely important that you socialize with people, you interact with people, you interact with your audience, and that is how you build a community. Tip number 8 would be to use some good captions. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that captions are so important to me because it can actually give life to your pictures, give life to your videos. Somebody sees your picture and reads the caption which is relevant to that picture. Obviously there's a connection that happens. Obviously people feel something after they read your caption. Extremely important that you create captions that are relevant to your audience. You create something in your captions that gives more meaning and life to your pictures and videos. It is not important that your caption has to be big or the length of the caption is not important. What is important that you are giving something to your audience through your caption, be it some inspirational quote, be it something that you experienced while you were traveling and some story that you want to share. That everything you can share in your caption. Next time you post, you think about the caption before you post the picture, write something relevant, and I'm sure that will do the magic. To tip number 9, my tip number 9 would be to use your insight. If it's a business account, which I hope it is, make sure you go to your insights, check the most active number of hours your audience is, check the most active number of days when your audience is active, and make sure you post exactly on that day and time. It is not that it works always, but it is something good to have. It is something which you should keep your eye on as a content creator. Important to be consistent, and you may ask me, so Rutuja, is it okay if I post once a month? Is it okay if I post say once in a week or so? The answer is no, it is not okay. It is extremely important that you post at least once in 2 to 3 days on Instagram. Also be active on your stories as much as possible. If it is not possible for you to post pictures, post reels, post a guide or something on some surface, be active at least once in 2 to 3 days. I'm sure this is something that really helps, and this is most important than all other tips that anybody would give you. Extremely important. Tell you that I know that it is extremely hard to continue when you are posting regularly and people are not following you, or it is not up to your expectations, but that is when you need to keep going. That is when you need to push yourself through that phase and keep doing what you need to do. If you stay patient and consistent and follow all the other tips that I have shared in this video, I'm sure that you are going to do really well on Instagram. Give yourself 7 to 8 months. Follow all the 10 strategies that I have just shared with you, and I'm sure they will do the magic. Since this topic is really vast, I'm going to create a part 2 of this topic, and in that I'm going to give you some more additional tips and strategies that you can use to grow even faster. So wait for that video. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because I'm going to create more such content for you. Till then, take care. Bye.